you ever wondered why some students remain silent in class even if they know the answer? And why others become interested when lessons involve games or group activities? This question reminds us that teaching is not just about providing knowledge, but also about finding ways to make students actively participate. And this is where interactive communication comes in. Good day, everyone. I am Prasel Baldado Padang, and I will discuss about engaging students through interactive communication. When we say interactive communication, this is the process where teachers and students exchange ideas, ask questions, and engage in a meaningful discussion. It shifts the classroom from the traditional teacher talks, student listen approach to a setting where everyone has a voice. It motivates learners to participate, builds their confidence, and develop essential life skills that go beyond academics. And with these benefits in mind, it becomes clear that teachers must adopt strategies that encourage students to communicate and also to collaborate. And to further understand how this can be achieved, my focus for this video presentation will be on the five following key areas. First is the techniques for encouraging student participation. Participation is the first step towards engagement. However, not all students are confident enough to share their ideas, to speak up in front of everyone because they're afraid of making mistakes. So, to address this one, teachers can ask open ended questions wherein students are encouraged to share their ideas, their opinions without being judged by their classmates but also by their teacher. Another thing is the think, pair, and share, wherein the students are given the time to organize their ideas, and then after that, they will share it to their seatmate, their pair, and then finally, after sharing their opinions, their thoughts, they will finally share it to the whole class. And lastly is that the using visuals or real life examples. It makes learning more engaging and easier to understand. Once students are engaged, we can make learning more exciting by using games and group activities during discussion. It makes the learning more interactive, engaging, and also fun. It encourages students to communicate and participate actively in class. Besides games, students also learn a lot from their classmates. Peer discussion helps students share their ideas and solve problems together. They learn not only from their teacher but also from one another. It helps their co-classmates to grow and to build their confidence in discussing in brand. Another way to make students more confident is by letting them lead. Student lead presentations help learners become responsible for their own learning. When students present, they practice public speaking and show creativity in class. And finally, let's look at strategies that challenge students to think deeper, the debates and role plays. Debates train students to defend their ideas, sharpening both reasoning and public speaking skills. Role play, on the other hand, allows students to practice real life situations. Both activities improve students' critical thinking skills, communication skills, and also their confidence. And to sum it up, interactive communication transforms the classroom into an engaging where everyone is heard and appreciated. And as future educator, it is our role, it is our responsibility to make learning more meaningful, not just received but also shared. And now, I will show you some videos that is related to and how to engage students through interactive communication to further understand how this can be achieved.
Hey teachers, you ready to hear 10 tips, strategies, and activities to increase student engagement in under 10 minutes? Okay, great. Let's get started. Number 1, add variation into your teaching. Keep your lessons and activities interesting and engaging by mixing in different hands-on activities, videos, images, and music. Teaching in all these different ways helps your students because classrooms are filled with students who all learn a little bit differently. So incorporate visual, kinesthetic, reading, writing, and auditory styles into your material. Hands-on activities allow for students to get up and moving around the classroom. Try using different manipulatives, gallery walks, or other activities for them to learn and share their knowledge. Showing students an image or a video clip to introduce a topic or share and learn more about a topic can help them make those connections visually. Show students a clip or an image, give them some time to think, react, respond, and have them write down their responses, or they can submit them via ClassPoint. Then go ahead and discuss as a class. See if anyone took away the same things in that video. Edpuzzle is one great tool that you can use to have students watch a video and quiz them throughout the clip. Lastly, try incorporating sounds and music into your classroom. This can be used for a lot more subjects than you think. For example, languages and different pronunciations can be listened to.
Hello.
Hola.
Different noises in nature for science. And for social studies, different music in different time periods and cultures. You can even have your students analyze the lyrics so they can get clues to what was going on in that song or during that time period that was made. 1, 2, 3. Eyes on me. Tip number 2 is callbacks. As a classroom management strategy, create attention with routine callbacks. These call and respond tools signal to students that it's time to turn around, face the front, listen to instructions, and start learning. Getting students to focus is the first step of student engagement. So if you want students to focus on you, use techniques that capture their attention. Side note, use enthusiasm. Students will definitely match your energy. Use callbacks like 1, 2, 3, eyes on me that are both enjoyable and effective in capturing students' attention. At the beginning of the year, teach students the words to respond with when you say a certain phrase. You can start with just a couple, make sure you use the same tone of voice, and then you can go ahead, mix in some others to keep students on their toes. Additionally, use routine physical signals and good body language. For example, you can hold your hand up to your ear if you want students to speak up or you're waiting for a response. These callbacks are a simple but fun and effective way to get students refocused and energized and engaged on what's next. Number 3, make content relatable to students. More specifically, integrate pop culture and student interests right into your lesson. Mix in videos, social media, music, and edtech tools that are made for digital natives to help teach your lessons. Do this at the beginning of the lesson to get students hooked right away and interested in the learning objectives. For example, use song lyrics or a music video to not only have that become more relatable and memorable, but to give students a chance to understand perspective and impact. Or you can have students use social media to find out more information about a topic or share what they know and have already learned. On Instagram, students can put together a photo essay to tell stories in a different way. In general, if you can relate your concepts to students in real-life situations, they will form emotional connections to all of those concepts. Students can complete a personal narrative or a write-up on how that topic and idea relates to real-life situations. You're going to be the most successful if you find out what your students' actual interests are. If they like games, find out which ones and use that in your classroom, or just pull game elements from that into your different lessons and activities. Gamification. Which does bring us to number 4, add gamification into your classroom. There are a ton of game-based learning tools and games that can be used to engage your students and teach them differently. Main gamification elements like badges, point systems, leaderboards, and levels can be used and implemented in your classroom and in your grading system. Competitions that include all of these elements not only get students motivated and enjoying the class, but they also have students learn and test their knowledge at the same time. For specific examples on implementing these elements, check out the video linked above and down below. Besides elements of games, you can also use physical and digital games into your classroom. So incorporating games like Bingo Vocab or Yahtzee, or even the digital games like Microsoft for Education, Bamboozle, IXL, or any others that you find can all be implemented to engage students in a new way. Number 5, let students make choices. Provide students with the choices to choose how and even what they're learning. If students have a say in their learning, they'll become more intrinsically motivated. When available and possible, allow students to choose what they're going to be learning. So this could be topics for the next project or the choice between 2 different topics for the next unit. And have students choose how they want to complete what they're learning. So this could be the project medium, video, writing, or drawing, or even how they want to be assessed and if they have partners or not. You could even offer flexible seating and have students choose where they sit. When students have a say in these educational decisions, they're going to take on more responsibility in the outcome and can be motivated to try their best. Number 6, conduct all participation student response activities. These kinds of activities include the whole entire class, not just those who raise their hand. And the easiest way to accomplish this is with student assessment tools. So EdTech tools like ClassPoint allow you to get instant responses from all of your students right inside your PowerPoint presentation. But even Google and Microsoft Forms can be used to get responses and looked at later. For non-tech tools, try dry erase boards or hand signals like thumbs up, thumbs down to gauge where each student's understanding is. These activities keep each and every one of your students actively engaged and participating in the lesson, not just those in the front row. Use these same student assessment tools for number 7, assess students early and often. Before a new unit or topic is introduced, give students a pre-test, find out what they know, and adjust the lesson accordingly. Then throughout your lesson, always check for students' understanding to, number 1, keep them engaged and interacting with you and the material, and number 2, to gauge their comprehension. At the end of a lesson or a unit, use exit tickets or conduct formative assessments. Assessing students' knowledge gives you insights on your teaching and students' learning abilities, but also gives students the chance to check and see their progress moving forward. Another way they can gauge their progress is if you give students a post-test. Make it similar to the pre-test so that they can really see how much they've accomplished and they can take that sense of accomplishment into the next unit. Okay, we're getting there. Number 8, encourage student collaboration. Students learn from each other just as much as they learn from you. Aside from group projects, students can also collaborate during the downtime of classes. Instead of having students silently wait patiently while you're handing out papers or getting a video queued up, students can complete a think, pair, share activity with the person next to them. Or you can have them write down what they already know about an upcoming topic and then go ahead and share it with their neighbor. This time for collaborating allows students to take a focused break while still staying checked into class. Plus, students learn more from the material when they collaborate. They learn life skills when they're sharing and navigating different research, notes, and thoughts with their peers. Speaking of breaks without checking out of class, number 9, take brain breaks. These are quick exercises or activities that allow students to let go of some of the extra energy they have pent up to do when they've just completed a really challenging concept, or to just take a simple break from the norm. In the middle of your class, just take a nice pause and do something fun and unexpected. You can try singing a quick song, doing a 1-minute drawing of the lesson, getting a beach ball and bouncing it around class but not letting it touch the bottom, or even doing a freeze dance party. You can play some music, have students show you their moves, but encourage them to freeze when the music is stopped. It might take a moment for students to calm down after the activity, but once they do, they'll be refocused, re-energized, and ready to be productive. And lastly, number 10, incorporate interactive teaching tools and activities into the classroom. Make in-class activities, assignments, and projects more engaging for students by using these tech devices and tools. iPads, computers, tablets, and phones can all be used for students to have their own digital whiteboard, create their own presentations, and even practice new concepts with quiz games. If not enough devices are available, students can team up and complete activities together, which is a double boost of engagement. If you remember, number 8, student collaboration. There are an abundance of tools out there for you guys to use. There's tools for classroom management, tools for designing, tools for practicing new